is different for you going into camp like this now?
Yeah, it means a lot to me, to be with the guys all summer, just building on the trust factor and just being around them, coming into camp, a couple good days. It's good to put the pads on. It's been really competitive, so it's been going good.
What's been the biggest change for you with that? I mean, is it a mental part? Is it even physical that you're not having to split time and things like that now?
When you're getting reps every day, just like in baseball, if you're getting reps every day, you're going to get better at it. So for me, the reps and, just seeing things, talking to Coach Riley, and like I said, being around the guys, you can't really beat it. So the time being put in is just always, it's great for anybody.
What are you looking to see from yourself these first few days of practice?
Just being consistent, leading the guys, take care of the ball, moving the ball down the field, scoring touchdowns. That's what this offense is built around. We know the standard around here, so it's my job, to keep moving that forward.
Colin, when you guys have gone to team and stuff and worked against the defense, how's that competition going?
No shade to any of the other defenses, but honestly, I feel like this has been the most competitive camp that I've been in so far. It's only day 4. 7-on-7 all summer, 1-on-1s. Everything's been competitive. I think there's just a different juice around the defense nowadays. With a couple of new guys coming in, bringing a different type of swagger. It just helps them out, helps us out. Everybody gets better.
What does it feel like to be back in a competition again like this?
Like I said, I've told you a million times, I don't really look at it as a competition. I just come in every day, work hard, and try to get better.
You got guys like CD and Marquise and Grant that are established. What's that been like for you to kind of develop relationships and the chemistry with those guys?
It's fun, it's part of the game. Get to throw to guys like them. Like I said, you can't beat it. Those dudes are, hopefully, we send those dudes off to the league one day. Get to fulfill their dreams. So for us we're really good friends off field too. So it's always fun to get to throw with them, play aside them.
You've played with them obviously some,
yeah.
But is this a better chance for you to develop those relationships
obviously,
than you would have had?
Yeah,
before?
obviously, before it was like, Bake, you get the reps with CD, Marquise, and Mark, those guys. So for me, to have this opportunity now, I just take it and run with it.
Baker talked about it, 6-foot quarterback throwing over a 6'5" offensive lineman.
Yeah.
What does a quarterback do to make up for whatever he lacks in height to find the passing lanes?
Honestly, I think it's a feel thing. Either you have it or you don't. There's not many short guys, which means, I guess a lot of short guys don't have it. But, nobody's really throwing over linemen anyways. You got like Joe Flacco, Tom Brady, those guys. You still got to throw through lanes and, find your spot. So every quarterback has to do it, the way they do it. So, for me and Bake, you just got to get better. You got to work at it. You just got to, figure it out.
Is height overrated for a quarterback, do you think?
I'm a smaller guy, so yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Is speed the most important thing for a quarterback?
It definitely helps. If you're small, it definitely helps, yeah.
Is there anything surprising about going through what you went through in Oakland, kind of going through all the press after being drafted? Was that kind of like second nature after everything you've been through?
I've had a lot of practice with the interviews and all that stuff. So for me, it was just it was a good experience, great experience. Nothing surprising though. It was just a great moment for me and my family.
Do you, since that happened, do you hear a lot from Oakland A's fans? Do they hit you up on Twitter? Instagram,
I don't really get in with it. Yeah, I'm right now.
I'm not saying you answer them all, but you're getting a lot of outreach.
No. They tweet me and all that stuff, but I'm pretty low key, so I'm not really on Twitter like that.
Tyler, you're only in your 4th workout. You haven't even had full pads yet. Your first scrimmage is coming up later.
Yeah.
But where do you think the offense is? You and Kate are both new guys at the quarterback spot. So where is everything right now?
Honestly, every day's gotten better. So it's a good sign. We haven't really gotten worse. You know what I'm saying? So for us, come out here every day, try to get better. Try to improve on the things we messed up the day before, and we've done that so far. So it's looking pretty good right now.
Are you sensing that they've tinkered with the offense at all, or what you guys been running so far is exactly what you've been running the last 2 or 3 years?
No, we're gonna run what we run, and our job is to execute it.
How does it help you to have a guy the caliber of Austin to compete with, and how does that drive you and make you better?
I've been doing it my whole life. Middle school, high school. Obviously, the A&M competed there. Been with Baker for, he's the #1 draft pick. Obviously, we weren't competing, but for me, I showed up every day to compete. So, there's no really effect on that. Like I said, I come in, work hard, do my job, and feel I'll be in a good position.
Watching Baker last couple of years, what did you learn that you can put in your own game? I know you're different type of players, obviously, but just his leadership, how he cares. What did you take from him?
I mean, he's just a great leader, obviously. Tough guy. He does everything you want him to do. Everything you want in a quarterback. Leads the team, shows up every day, ready to work, doesn't complain. Face adversity, everything. So for me, obviously, it was great. 3 years to be with him.
You guys, as an offense, it developed quite a mentality about being physical, running the ball. You lose, Orlando, those kind of one of your anchors there. How do you look at the way that has developed and Ben stepping up and Bobby kind of stepping up and you got some guys fighting for positions there?
Yeah, this is Oklahoma. You got guys leaving all the time to go to the league. Great players come here. That's what we do here is reload. Everybody wants to say these guys left, this guy left. But our job is to come in here. We didn't come here to ride the bench or not play. So we got guys ready to step up. Bobby, Ben, Drew, Cody, Alvy, Creed, all those guys. I can't even. We got a lot of linemen ready to go, as well as defense, offense. Our job is to step up, next man up. So mentality is good.
How different is that when you have two centers battling for a job like that, being that you're taking snaps from those guys?
It's a problem that most teams don't have. Having two guys that can play at the next level if they put their mind to it. So those two dudes are battling out. So it's been good.
No problems for you with two guys?
No problems.
When you think back to your freshman year when you were with Coach Sumlin, Coach Spav, and that offense, you're new to the college game. Your responsibilities back then compared to kind of what you're asked to do now in this Oklahoma offense, can you kind of compare and contrast that at all? I'm just kind of curious what you're asked to do.
It's like night and day. Not as much as as far as the coaches, but as myself. Just being a freshman, you're just worried about the little things that you can control, and you don't really see the big picture. But now that it's my 4th year in, I wish I knew what I knew then, then. But obviously, you grow, you live and you learn. So for me, I'm blessed to be in this position right now. I'm just can't wait for the season.
Knowing what you know now, it's got to be great. Knowing that you have this opportunity this year, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
So you've been kind of waiting for that.
Exactly.
What are you seeing from Nick Basquin and his recovery, and how's he looking right now?
Super excited for Nick. He's one of the hardest workers on his team. Hardest workers I've been around. For him to be hurt for the past 2 years, he's a good friend of mine. So that's obviously hurts me. Hurts to see him get hurt. So for him to have healthy, he's healthy. He's coming back. He's working it back in. He's doing good. He's doing real good. For a guy that's torn both Achilles, and had that kind of trauma. So once he gets the trust of it, he gets into live action and really goes full speed, then he can really trust it. I think he'll be good.
What did you see from CD this summer? Because he's a guy that put on weight and appears to be ready to kind of make a leap.
Year 2. It's year 2 for him. Obviously, he wants to continue to dominate. You don't want to go backwards. So for him, I know he's excited to get this thing going. Wants it to be a big year for him. So it's our job to kind of connect and execute. What Coach Wright calls.
Could you tell that was important to him as soon as summer off-season workouts started?
No doubt. He's kind of receivers. Mark left. We got guys. Jordan Small. The senior guys left. So we need dudes to step up on the receiver corps. So he's obviously one of those guys that we look up to. So we need him to pick it up and be the guy he is.
What kind of for Nick to overcome 2?
Yeah.
What does that take to do that mentally and physically?
You'd have to ask him, man. I don't know.
Can you imagine something like that?
I wouldn't want it to happen to me, but if me and him are, we you just got to have that love, love for the game in you, and he has that. So for him to come back, obviously, this means a lot to him, and this university means a lot to him. So for him to get hurt 2 years in a row, obviously it's tough on him, but he's here now, and he's healthy, so it's going good.
I talked to Cliff Kingsbury at Big 12 Media Days about him recruiting you to A&M. He said you had a supreme confidence to you.
Yeah.
Where does that confidence come from?
I was something I was born with. I've been playing this game since I was 4 years old. I was pretty good at it when I was 4 years old. So obviously you keep playing, and you keep winning. It's just does nothing but build confidence. So I've had that my whole life.
You've been in the spotlight as well your whole life. In Texas, at A&M your freshman year. How was the last 2 years kind of being away, being out of that spotlight? How much has that helped?
It's obviously, not playing hurts, but, just being able to, learn and, like I said, sit behind Baker and just, learn from Coach Riley. I don't really care too much for the spotlight, but just not being able to play, obviously, it's the worst part about that. So.
After being drafted, do you have a different mindset, different focus going into this year?
Not at all. I mean, I play this year like it's my last year. If I had, if I were to come back next year, I mean, to me, it's national championship or failure. So that's just how I look at it.
Are you thinking about coming back next year?
I'm worried about this season.
You were a guy kind of coming off the Cape last year. Everybody was like, well, he's probably not going to be a high draft pick in baseball. And then you had a season that surpassed everybody's expectations. Go as a number one draft pick. You go into this season, you're a quarterback at Oklahoma. We know what the ceiling for a guy in your position is. What if you get in, have a Baker-like season?
Yeah.
What does that do?
That's for them to decide. Obviously right now, I'm going to play baseball, but like I said, I'm focused on this season. If whatever happens, happens. But right now, my destiny is, it's already, we already know what's happening. So for me, go out here this season and be successful is the plan.
Thanks, Kyler.